What's up, guys? Welcome to the table. I am the board game roamer, and I have something for you today very, very special. This is Waterdeep Dungeon of the Mad Mage by WizKids. It is a D&D adventure, similar to several other adventures that have been released by or in the D&D universe. This is the first one that I've actually gotten, right? So it's part of the, you'll see here, it's part of the D&D adventure system, right? So there's several of these, but this is Tavern of the Mad Mage. There's the back, just to give you an idea. It is 1 to 5 players. They estimate an hour. I've not played one. I have seen many playthroughs, but not actually done it myself. So I just wanted to show this to you, let you see what it's about. Everything I've heard about this is awesome. I do have the Waterdeep, Lords of Waterdeep game, and the Scoundrels, Skullport and Scoundrels, I think is the name of the expansion for that. I do have that. So this was one I've been trying to decide which one I wanted, and this came out, and I was like, this is it, because I do like that setting. So let's look at the box. It is a very heavy box. This is not the painted version. Painted version was like a lot more, and I figured I could do without it. That would be okay. If I ever decided to paint it, I can paint it myself if I really want to. So on the top, wow, there's like a ton of room. Jeez. What's all that? Huh. So let's just take a look at this. I'm not really sure. This is what we got here. What do we got? So this is a reference sheet. Shows you all the different monsters and what they look like. Not heroes, apparently. Oh, well, nope, there they are down at the bottom. Assuming these are our heroes. So we got that. And then we've got, looks like a couple of different books. We have the rule book. That is, doesn't look like it's very thick, which I guess is good, right? 14 pages. Wow. 15 pages, really? Not too bad. Then we've got, let's see here, the adventure books. I guess this is the campaign component, where you're playing through the adventures and you, I guess you continue to level up and play through that. If you've never played before, it's got some suggestions for what powers and such to take. So I will be taking advantage of that for sure. Okay, so then we've got all manner of, there's a D20. Very important. Everything I think is based off of that. Crazy. We've got our minis. Oh, that's cool. Check this out. So these look like the heroes, but if we look on the bottom, like that says Human Paladin of the Oath of Vengeance. So you can look on the bottom of them and see exactly who they are. So there's all of our heroes. It looks like we got a paladin, we got a sorcerer. They're a little bit bent, but not broken. We've got a battle master. We've got a gnome inquisitive, itty bitty dude. And we've got an elf cleric. Alright. Cool. Set these to the side because I'm thinking that, I don't know what I'm thinking actually. Set that with it. Over here we've got some small enemies, it looks like. That's a larger enemy. That's what they've done. So we've got, oh my gosh, that is ridiculous. Like, man, that is, like, look how small that is. These are intellect devourers. Several of those. We've got grungs. We've got swords, flying swords. All those. Wow. Okay. Cool. Let's set this aside for a second. And then we start getting into our little bit bigger dudes. We've got hags. Brew hag. We have shadows, I think. Yep. Number of shadows. And a leader. Veteran leader. And, yep, okay, so all those are the regular old hags and shadows. So I'm going to put you guys over here. Oh, these shadows, like, are very precarious to set up. You got to get them flat before you let go of them. Alright, then we got the next box. Bag. Excuse me. We have a thug. Several of those. Wow, he's got like really broad shoulders and a little bitty head. Let's see, I'm just separating these out. So there's, looks like a number of those. Thug leader. He's got a crossbow. Then we have some just regular old veterans. It says 3 out of 44. So that's interesting. All these are veterans. They all have 3 out of 44 on the bottom. I thought 44 maybe meant like total number of minis, but I did not actually read that particular part. So, alright, so we got some purple stuff, and we got some bigger guys. I'm going to sit over here. In the purple, so we got monsters are in the green, heroes are in the blue, and then it looks like we've got villains. No. Nope, hold on. Yeah. So we have villains. Again, they are numbered. Cool. So these are going to be not fun to fight. Oof. Gray ooze. Oozes are just evil, man. No matter how you look at it. The infamous Halaster Blackstaff. You cannot have Waterdeep without Halaster Blackstaff. Mr. Shadow Dusk. Ay caramba. That's not going to be fun. And then, this is actually not on the sheet. It looks like a wall of swords. I'm assuming that that's maybe a spell or something that somebody can cast. One of the villains can cast. And they probably sit, I'm guessing, right down in the middle of it. Just like that. In any case, definitely does not look fun. Well, it looks fun, but fun in a I like pain kind of way. Not a good fun. Let's see. Then we've got Moral, and we get into some bigger minis. Just to give you an example to compare, this is a hero and this bigger mini. That's a villain. So get ready. The pain trains are coming. I have a feeling. Monsters, we get into some bigger monsters. Oh my goodness. It's a lot of pieces. Phew. A Skeletor. Good gosh. That's just not even... That's not right. Not right at all. And... these should look very familiar. Very, very familiar. We have Beholder Zombies. And we actually have 2 of those. 2 Beholder Zombies. And then we've got a Death Tyrant. Yeah. That does not look fun. Again, unless you're just into pain and suffering. We have a redonkulous stack of cards, which we'll look at in a second. I'll pull this out. This is supposed to have... Everything should fit in these, and I'm hoping that the... You know what? Let's look. Why am I even asking that? Let's look in here and see if they were kind enough to tell us if it's a good rule book. Oh, man. I don't think it's going to tell us. Sometimes some of these will be kind enough to be like, hey, here's where all your stuff goes. And while I realize that it's a significant portion of the game, oh gosh, what is it? With the dice, with the faces, oh shoot. Hold on a second, I've got it over here. It's gonna drive me nuts. Dice Forge. That's what I was trying to think of. Dice Forge does a very, very, very good job of that, telling you exactly where everything goes in the tray. I do not see anything in any of these books that tell me that for this. So I guess we'll just have to figure it out. I'm going to set this over there for now. So here's a pretty darn thick stack of these things. Our cardboard. So we got some tiles that connect together. We've got some tokens, some gold, hit points, stun markers, reroll, weaken tokens, and you can see on the back, so there's traps, monster HP. I'm not 100% sure what everything does here, but just so you see it there. More very similar stuff. We've got some damage. Each of the tiles have these icons for monsters, for traps, for blocking things, some specific rooms that have abilities like traps on this tile deal +1 damage if they deal damage, that kind of thing. Right, and I'm sure that these named rooms are going to be used specifically in the campaign side to set up a specific maybe starting room or order of things that come out. So that's what we got. Really just lots of tokens. Nameless cloak, yeah, so maybe some stuff for spells or something, I don't know. So we got those, and then we've got our advantage tokens, disadvantage tokens. We've got, ooh, big money. Level increases. We've got our hero boards that tell us what powers we can choose. Like, for example, this cleric at first level, it's going to give us a little bit of background. It's going to tell us hit point speed, what a surge does for them, powers they get, what we can choose as far as daily powers and utility powers and at-will powers and such. Then we have enemy placards, right? They're essentially the same thing for enemies, and we've got some of these big cards also for the villains. Now, interestingly, we can see these monstrosities, right? So like there's the false Halaster. We flip it over. It's got Tor branding. So the heroes, we have first and second level in theirs, but these placards double, so each side is a different villain, right? And then we just have some bigger rooms, HP, again, really just more tokens. So that's all those. Then we have this ridiculous number of ridiculous number of cards. So let's get into these cards. Here, card. There we go. All right. So what kind of cards do we have here? Let's see here. So we have some adventure cards. Let's see, nameless, intellect devour. Oh, so these are the cards for the monsters, right? And you can see that they have, or at least some of them are. Some of them are worth experience, 1 experience. So that's how you can level up your character, is you keep those and spend those for leveling up in skills and such, I believe. So we have some adventure cards. Then we have our hero cards. So for example, this is the sorcerer's card. So we have some of his at-will powers, daily powers, utility powers, expert powers. So this is kind of like the sorcerer's deck, right? And you're going to choose from a selection of each of those types. Now, like I showed you on the back of one of those, the campaign book will tell you these are the ones, pick these for your first play, but once you get used to the character, you can pick whatever you want. So we got those. Then we have spell cards. So these are, I guess these are random spells maybe you can find. Disintegrate, inflict wounds, slow, finger death, telekinesis, ray frost. Gosh, I hope this is not like Halaster Blackcloak's spell library, because that's just going to be not fun. Gosh, these are stuck together really good, dude. And whoop. Now we have treasures, we have copper, silver, potions, rings, scrolls, armor. Alright, so treasure cards. Cool. Let's set these over here. And then we got, let's see here. We've got monster cards, which are, wow, there's a lot of. And I guess that makes sense. Now keep in mind, I don't necessarily know what all these cards do yet. But here's all the monster cards, flying sword, infested thug. So there should be basically 1 card for every, oh wait. That's not a monster card, is it? Oh. So it appears that some of these are monsters. Some of these are, and they're worth different amounts of experience. Some of these are events. I don't know how those get in there, what those do, but I can tell you that there's only a couple of those and there's way more monsters. And of course, no game would be complete without a sequence of play card. So it starts over here, it gives you the phases, phases, each step of the phase, right? Hero phase, and then exploration phase, villain phase, so player aids. Nice, very nice. Then we've got some Elder runes. Different runes, I'm assuming. Again, that's got to do with probably the campaign, if I had to guess. Then we have encounters. I don't know if they're of the second, first, or third kind. Event attack, environment, more events, generic events. right? So encounters. Oh, there's a lot of different types of cards in here. I did not realize. And whoop. And then trap cards. I'm not going to show you this, but trap cards. And then we have hero abilities. So here's the rogues. There's the paladins. Yes, I said paladin. Yes, I said it on purpose. Don't freak out. Fighter. And cleric. Right. And again, that's going to be a combination of at will, daily, expert. As you level and as you start, you'll pick these different ones. So that is it. Pretty good bit of stuff in the box. That is Waterdeep Dungeon of the Mad Mage. Dungeons & Dragons board game. It is a published by WizKids, designed by Kevin Wilson. Looks fun. I have really enjoyed watching all the previous installments of the adventure system for D&D. Castle Ravenloft, Elemental something. There's like 4 or 5 of them, Underdark. So definitely check those out. Check this one out. And let me know if you've played it, what you thought about it, if you liked it, if you didn't like it, what's going on with it. And yeah, we'll definitely get this to the table at some point. And give this baby a whirl. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for subscribing and hanging out with me at the table. I'm the Board Game Roamer. Enjoyed hanging out with you guys. Thank you so much. And I will see you, my friends, ladies, and gentlemen, in the next video. Bye, guys.